Hey everybody, this is Tommy Igoe, and this is step 3 of the days 31 through 45 assignment, a 2-week assignment, and this is step 3. Now, if you're seeing this first, bad person, go back to step 1. You got to do this in the right order, okay? Now, step 3, you've either arrived here after step 1 or you've arrived here after step 2. Because I've been giving you a path, depending on what where you are in your journey, that depends on the path that you're taking along this assignment. All right, it's up to you to pick the right path. Now, I'm going to assume that everybody here knows what that path is. This is step 3, and it's called creation. All right. Step 2 is called transcribe. Now, either you've been here after transcribe, so you've heard, and we've gone through the transcription of the drum part that I created for this, or you came here right after step 1, and you are now creating. Either way, I'm going to coach you through this next section to pay attention to what's important, because the point of this step is for you to create your own part to this music. Okay? Now, if you've already heard my part, it can influence you. It gives you an idea of what you can do, but it's not the only thing you can do. Okay? That's why people who were totally lost, they went to step 2 first. But for my people here who are coming directly from step one, if you have orchestral experience, then you know there's lots of different ways to create parts for really anything, especially orchestral music. Okay, so we're going to take a listen to this together. Now, the one you're going to use now, guys, everybody, is that you are going to use the one without drums. Okay, again, there's two MP3s that come with the book, and they are with drums and without drums. You are going to use now the one without drums. Okay, step 2, we use the one with drums. Step 3, without drums. Because right now, we just want a blank canvas. I'm going to coach you through this, give you some things to think about for the creation process. Now, by the time you are done with this step, you should have a nearly complete thought of an original way for you to approach this. Now, if you don't have it, if you can't work that fast, I'm going to give you everything you need to think about. You can rewatch this again and again. And you'll take a listen, see what we talk about, and you can take us. This is why this is a 2-week assignment. This is really a 2-year assignment, guys. This is about your ear parsing information, being able to manifest it, right? Okay, so this is not just a 2-week assignment. It's a hell of a lot longer than that. But you're going to have everything you need when you go through this step again to create a part, no matter how long it takes. Okay, now let's go back to this. Then again, we're listening to this without drums. There's no drums on this, all right? So we're going to go back. Again, you're 5 minutes, 31 seconds in. Let me do a 1-bar count in to the section that we're going to do. And here it is. Okay, against the click track, you can obviously hear. Okay, all right. Now you can hear there's a concert bass drum in there anyway. There's a concert bass drum kind of doubling that arco bass line. So those are just the basses. All right, now what are you going to do that's going to enhance that? Again, the whole idea of a drum set playing in the orchestra is that you're really enhancing the parts that are already spread out through the orchestra. All right, you're not going to be the melody. You're not going to be the lead voice. You want to be a supportive voice. You want to be a voice that brings the relatively new sound of the drum set to the relatively mature sound of a symphonic orchestra. All right, so what you want to do is, again, just like you do in any band, is that you want to think about support. And you have to decide what you would want to do there, okay? Or, hint, not do there, okay? Now, obviously, something's going to happen. So now, to create great parts, to create great music, you have to have one eye forward, okay? You have to know where you're going. All music is leading to a place. Think about that. I'm going to say that again. All music is leading to a place. Even a ballad, the slowest ballad in the world, has forward motion. It brings the listener somewhere with it. No listener wants to listen to any fucking music and not hear any, nobody wants to hear something that's like sitting there like a frog on a rock. You know, you want to be led somewhere. It has to hold the listener's interest. Good music is built to lead the listener to something hopefully emotional, important, something that they can feel. So again, this piece of music, orchestral music that has no words, is leading to a place. So let's listen to that again and see where this music is leading us. Because to be a good creator, you have to know where you are and have one eye ahead to know where you're going. Because you don't want to just, if you don't know where you're going, you don't know what to use. So you have to think about the phrase in its entirety. Let's listen to it. Okay, this is bar 3. Now here goes bar 4. Again, 4-bar phrases. That's obviously the melodic statement of this. Let's listen to it. How would I support that? What am I going to use on my drum set to support that? Now, if you've already done step 2, you know the answer to that. But let's make pretend you don't. What would you do? I hear trombones coming in underneath the melodic statement. What are you going to do? Well, I don't know. I got to have one eye forward so I can keep my eye on the prize and know where this is going. I don't know yet. Is it going to develop into something else? Or is it going to take a left turn? Left turn! So that section had finished being developed as much as it was going to be with that particular theme. It took a left turn into something completely different. So now you know how long you have to work with that section. You know how long and where it's going to go. You now know where that left turn is going to happen. Before we just were like, whatever, right? You got to have an eye forward. So you know that there's that left turn. It just took a place. It just took place right there. All right? With the upper structure, we heard all the things. How are we going to support that? We need to voice that differently on the drum set, don't we? We don't keep the same damn sound. We got to change the voicing. All right? So it goes to upper structure. Let's listen to that. Let's listen to 4. So 4 bars of the old stuff going into the left turn. Listen to those upper violins. What are you going to do there? Oh, now we have to keeping an eye forward. What do you think is going to happen here? Whoops. Let's go to the end of that section with the violins. 1 bar of the violins, and let's see if that continues, or does it take another left turn? Total left turn. What happened? Total left turn. Total left turn. I don't believe it. What are you supposed to do with that? They're gone. Let's throw those spaces, huh? Okay, so here we are. Check it out. Okay, here's our left turn. Now listen. Listen to that drive. There's a subdivision happening in there, isn't there? Those violas and those cellos are playing some sort of like fancy little subdivision in there. Are you going to join them? Are you going to support them? How are you going to support them? What are you going to play? What's the role of the drum set? This is the act of creation. All the questions I just asked, you need to answer. Okay? Now, if you did step 2 already, you know what the answer is. So do something. You can do something like I did, or maybe you can even do exactly what I did, or maybe do something else. Just try something else. What I did is probably the best choice for this particular thing, but you can do something like what I did, but a little different. Just try it. Try some different stuff, you know? This is what the exercise is. The act of creation is not about trying to be perfect. It's about creating. So create something, okay? Okay, here we go. Let's listen to it. Now, how long does this section go? One eye to the future, because you don't know how long. Here we go. Let's see what happens. The rest of the orchestra comes in. Hear the flutes. And I'm hearing some conservation of a cymbal already in there already. That's going to give us a little bit of a clue of where to go on the drum set. We're almost done with this thing. There's only 5 bars left. Let's see what happens. Okay, this is like the classic, I think I said this in step 2, it sounds like a tornado's coming. Right? It's like Wizard of Oz. It's like, you know, run, get in the basement. There's a, you can hear the flutes going up, but where are they going up to? What beat? Where are the basses? So the structure of the drum set, the orchestration of the drum set should mimic and complement the orchestration in the orchestra. So when you create your part, think about the orchestration that's happening there and play it on the drum set. Okay? That's the act of creation. So by the time you're finished with this step, you will have 41 bars that you wrote of your own. Okay? Now, the beautiful thing about this method is that our paths have now all converged. No matter whether or not you took step 2 first or step 3 before step 2, we are now all back together again, and we are going to step 4, the final step of this 2-week assignment. We are going to it all together. Okay? This is fun. I'm having a great time. I hope you guys are too. All right, so we are going to do this together, and I'm going to actually record step 4 right now. And I'll see you soon.